And now, the general weather around Alaska.
Today's satellite imagery here showing not much going on out here over the Bering Sea. High pressure through this area and a weak band out here to the west, and then some more clouds is coming onto the chart there. Otherwise, we've got a big area of low pressure here swirling south of Kodiak Island with clouds and rain extending up from here Kodiak Island, northeast Bristol Bay, right on up across Prince William Sound, and all the way up to the interior there with Bettles, Koyukuk Valley picking up anywhere from a quarter to half an inch of precipitation today in the last hour or the last day or so, and snow falling in the Brooks Range there at Anatuvik Pass. Arctic Village, though, just seeing rain, and then some areas of light precipitation along the Arctic coast there and the North Slope, with mostly cloudy skies up in that area. Main front here edging eastward, bringing significant rains today to the southeast coast. Over an inch falling during the day today at Yakutat. And then behind the front, some breaks here, and southerly flow, warming temperatures up to near 70 at Tok, Northway in those areas there, with temperatures in the 60s all the way up toward Eagle. Different story back here to the west. Chilly northerly winds there, keeping it in the 40s much of the day here over the west coast areas on up to the Seward Peninsula and the northwest coast. Fair amount of clearing out here as well to go along with that drier, chillier air out towards St. Lawrence Island. And you can see the next system here roll this through again, pushing eastward. So bringing some light rain into the Shimianatu area, and another weak system down by the Adak area with a little bit of light rain there, but not much in the way of winds. Still gusty north winds here with showers over the Alaska Peninsula. And on the chart today, again, some showers there and those gusty northwest winds along mainly the north side of the Alaska Peninsula, some clearing on the south side. Areas of light snow for tonight here over the Arctic coast down across the eastern North Slope into the Brooks Range, with the accumulations occurring at the higher elevations there over the mountains. Could be some mixed precipitation into the Koyukuk Valley and the Yukon Flats there. Otherwise, showers over the eastern interior with periods of rain going along the Alaska Range into south central Alaska. And this weak low here just east of Kodiak Island keeps it cloudy and wet there across Kodiak, but rain continues, heaviest here for the North Gulf Coast, especially into western Prince William Sound, and stays wet the entire night with that front hanging up over the southeast coast, with rain extending all the way down across Norton Sound into the Queen Charlotte Islands. And for the day tomorrow, that low drifts slowly eastward here, and the front still right along the southeast coast here, weakening as well, so rainfall amounts won't be quite as heavy as the last 24 hours there. They'll stay wet all the way along the North Gulf Coast tomorrow into Prince William Sound. Cloudy, occasional rain and showers south central Alaska, becoming more showery as you head up toward the Alaska Range there. And this trough with some showers from the Kobuk Valley into the Koyukuk Valley, actually toward Fort Yukon there, with Brooks Range, or just, from the Brooks Range out, precipitation should be in the form of snow, and that'll extend up to the eastern Arctic coast. Just a few skiffs of some light shower activity possible for the western Arctic coast down to Point Hope and Cape Lisburne. Otherwise, look for lighter winds and continued dry conditions here along the west coast, mostly sunny, southern Kuskokwim Valley into Bristol Bay, and drying out over Kodiak Island, wind flow becoming more north-northwesterly there, but showers lingering there, say Ozinki on up across Fognak Island, and a weak trough sliding eastward here, bringing a chance of light rain with low clouds and fog into the southwest coast, mostly Nunivak Island area there, and possibly reaching the Yukon Delta coast, but not anything too significant. And a couple of really insignificant lows out here over the Bering Sea and the Aleutians. So moving on to the forecast for Friday, still a very weak low here over the southern Bering Sea with some shower activity, scattered showers, light winds, basically high pressure here. So generally dry from the Chukchi Sea southward into the, especially over the interior here, Yukon Delta, partly sunny skies, partly to mostly sunny conditions extend down into Bristol Bay, Kodiak Islands. We'll see increasing clearing, and that should extend up in toward Iliamna Lake and Augustine Island. Dry over the western interior. Low there just north of the Arctic coast keeps a chance of snow for the central and western coast there into the North Slope with some rain or snow showers into the Brooks Range. South of the mountains, though, showers here over the eastern interior, but nothing too heavy at all. Just scattered showers, mostly cloudy skies. The heaviest precipitation will continue to be here along the North Gulf Coast from about Yakutat in toward western Prince William Sound, southern Kenai Peninsula, with this slowly weakening low here just south of Montague Island. It'll be another mostly cloudy and occasionally damp day for south central Alaska. Drier, though, for the Panhandle as that front finally pushes into western British Columbia ahead of this next trough. They'll start to increase the rainfall again along the central and north coast in the afternoon. And for the first day of the weekend, looking something like this, not too bad. Light winds and some partly sunny skies up over the northern interior here. Still a chance of some light snow possible there for the western Arctic coast, central and western Arctic coast down to about Point Lay. But from there southward, dry, light winds, mostly clear skies all the way down into Bristol Bay, Nunivak Island, maybe out toward the Pribilofs, and partly cloudy for Kodiak Island. A trough over south central Alaska keeps it cloudy with rain and showers across this area. Actually, some of that spilling into the Kuskokwim Valley, and that'll continue eastward along the Prince William Sound area. But precipitation amounts will be much lighter here, especially for Prince William Sound eastward to Yakutat on Saturday than they will be tomorrow. And looks like a partly sunny start to the weekend here coming up for the southeast coast. Out to the west, high pressure building out here over the far west and southwest Bering Sea, and a weak disturbance dropping southward on the eastern perimeter of that high brings some showers that could extend as far south as Adak and Atka. Otherwise, again, nothing really of any significance going on out to the west there. And for the lows tonight, in the 30s from the Brooks Range, lower 30s, actually Brooks Range down into the mid-20s, Anatuvik. Notice Arctic Village, though, 39 degrees, so quite a contrast here across from west to east there, and then into the mid-40s over eastern interior, in the 30s out here to the west, 40s for the Bering Sea and the Aleutians, upper 40s to near 50s, south central Alaska to Kodiak Island, and in the 50s for the Panhandle. Highs tomorrow in the upper 50s to lower 60s for the southeast coast. Warmest conditions again over the eastern interior, but not as warm as what you saw today there, but still into the lower 60s, otherwise 45 to 50 in the Tanana Valley. Cooling into the lower 40s here over the northern valleys, except the Yukon Flats in the mid-50s there, and 30s for the Arctic coast and North Slope, with mid-50s for Bristol Bay, Kodiak Island, and south central Alaska, lower 50s for the Aleutians, and then the lows on Friday morning, again 30s all the way down into Bristol Bay here, mid-30s anyway. Staying in the 40s though, south central Alaska, and in the 30s for the Tanana Valley, northward into the Brooks Range. Then you fall back into the 20s there over the central and western areas. Of course, the higher elevations, milder air to the east there, so upper 30s for the Yukon Flats, actually the Tanana Valley there up toward Arctic Village. And lower 40s for the eastern border areas there, down into the Copper River Basin. That'll be followed by highs in the lower to mid-60s for the southeast coast. Lower 50s now for the highs for south central Alaska, maybe a little warmer up toward 54 for Seward and Homer. Mid-50s Kodiak Island, and 50s here over the southwest interior. Lower to mid-40s for the Seward Peninsula, and not too bad, 30s, mid to upper 30s for the Arctic coast and North Slope. And for the extended forecast, again, for middle of September to about the start of fall, well above normal here for the eastern part of the state, down across the southeast coast again, closer to normal here in the west, and a little below normal there for the western Arctic coast across the western Brooks Range, down to the Noatak Valley to Kotzebue, and pretty much normal conditions also for the Bering Sea and the Aleutians. And for precipitation, a little bit drier than normal in a small area there for the Bering Strait from St. Lawrence Island up to about Cape Lisburne, and then a little above normal here for south central Alaska into the Copper River Basin and the southeast coast.